Are you looking to move to Southern Maryland? Listen to my reasons why moving to Southern Maryland makes sense for so many people now. All right, what's up everybody? This is Schou here with EXP Realty in Maryland. If this is your first time on our channel, I just want you to know I want to help you. I want to help you move to Southern Maryland. I want to help you with your home buying and selling needs. So go ahead, use that contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'd be happy to help you make those decisions and make this a whole lot easier for you. Also, what you can do is scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and it'll schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me where we can talk about all your home buying needs. And last but not least, and if this content is helpful, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content. All right, so like I said, a lot of people are asking me right now, is Southern Maryland the best choice for me? Does moving to Southern Maryland make sense? And it's such a personal decision, but I'm gonna give you some reasons why moving to Southern Maryland does make sense. So I'm gonna talk to you right now about those. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so number one, and probably the most quoted reason by people I talk to and by other real estate agents I talk to, the reason why moving to Southern Maryland makes sense is because of the home prices. Home prices are typically lower in Southern Maryland than other regions on the western shore of Maryland because we're a little bit further removed from those job centers. So we do have Pax River, we do have other employers around Southern Maryland, but for the most part, most people in Maryland are working in Washington, D.C., Annapolis, and Baltimore, and Southern Maryland is further away from that. And you can definitely see the closer you get to that capital region, the more expensive those home prices can be, even in Southern Maryland. Now, with the rise in teleworking and all that kind of stuff, it makes it so much easier to live further away from your job. So moving to Southern Maryland makes sense. If you want to find a less expensive home, apples to apples when compared to the capital region, and you don't mind maybe having a longer commute, or you have a job that's flexible and lets you telework for a significant portion of your time. The second reason why moving to Southern Maryland would make sense is there's just more room. And I'm not just talking about in houses. There is more room. There are bigger lots than a lot of places in the capital region and for a better price, but there's just more space to move around too. There's less people, there's less traffic, there's more green space, there's more parks, there's more waterways where you can just get out, be away from people, and enjoy nature. So if you're looking for more space, Southern Maryland can make a lot of sense. Another reason why Southern Maryland might make sense, and this goes back to the jobs. Look, one of the biggest employers, or if not the biggest employer in Southern Maryland, is definitely the Navy. So we have the Patuxent River Naval Air Station. We also have Dahlgren, which is over in Virginia, but that employs a lot of people. So if you've gotten the job on Pax River, or if you're a contractor supporting it, it makes sense to move down here. I know people that still have a house up in the capital region that commute down to Pax River because they don't want to let go of the house they have, or their spouse or significant other don't want to move down to Southern Maryland. But it just doesn't make any sense to keep driving back and forth when you can be right there with affordable housing and really set yourself up financially and be right near your job. So if you got a job at Pax River, you got a job with a contractor supporting Pax River, it makes sense to be down here and really reap the benefits of being in a lower cost of living area. All right, so another reason why it makes sense to move down here to Southern Maryland, and one of the reasons why I love Southern Maryland, is because you're by the water. I live on the water currently, which makes it a whole lot easier to be on the water, but even just the amount of marinas, the amount of boat ramps, the amount of just access points to go and enjoy the water are immense down here. And it's beautiful water to be on, and it's so much less crowded than areas around Baltimore and Annapolis and places like that where you're just playing bumper boats on the weekend instead of being out there and enjoying the water. So it definitely makes sense to move to Southern Maryland if you're looking to be on the water. All right, so the last thing, it's kind of a funny thing. If you're someone who likes to drink beer, something unique to Southern Maryland, and it makes sense to move down here if you do like to drink beer, is we have 10-ounce Budweisers. So we have 10-ounce beers, which are little tiny cans. I'm showing you a picture on the screen of Bud Light, of Budweiser, of Miller Lite, and some other ones too. but maybe you just want to try those out. So maybe that's why you want to move down here. So all joking aside, hopefully this information was helpful. And if you need any help when you're making that decision to move down here, call me, text me, and I will be happy to help and make your move down here a lot easier. You can also scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and we'll schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me where we can talk about your home buying needs. And last but not least, if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you can be notified every time we put out new content. Hope to see you on the next video.